Hi everyone, it's Mandy. I've done some projects today. Sorry, it would probably help if I had that right side up for you. There's two people's videos that I kind of combined ideas on for this tag here, or I really don't know. I'm assuming it's probably just going to be a tag because I don't want to cover it up with the picture because, you know, of the stamp that's on there, or the dragonfly rather. What I did is I took just a regular piece of white cardstock and I glimmer misted it with electric blue and lemon zest, and I tried a little bit of my Viva Pink, but then I realized that I had diluted my Viva Pink, so then it made it darker, and I didn't like it. So then I was like, well, what do I do? So I added some more electric blue on top, and I de-stressed the edges with my Tim Holtz de-stressor tool, and I took my distressed ink and distressed it, obviously gave it with vintage photo. Sorry, I'm moving things around because I'm trying to get to what I'm trying to talk about. So I used that, and then I used my velvet pink distressed ink, and it ended up with everything else that's on it. It ended up making it really, really dark, so I didn't like it. So then I also added a little bit of distressed ink in blue denim, or sorry, faded jeans, and use my stencil brush and kind of to try to give it a little bit more of a blue color instead of such a green color. And then I still didn't like it as much, so then I took just the whole pad itself and just kept placing it on, as you know, and that kind of makes the little square looking things that are on the image there. And I just kind of did it that way. Then I turned it diagonal and did all that to make it look better. Then off of another person's video, and this all this idea came from somebody's video that had done mail art. I forget her name, but I'll put it down in the comments section. She did it with envelopes, so I thought I would do it with trying to make tags. Also, whenever I added the sprays, I had actually put it on a piece of plastic and kind of wetted it down. She does it in her video, so look at the video that I'll put in the comments section. You'll see what I'm talking about. And just kind of took the paper and twisted it to make the different colors the way that they turned out. Then I took a stencil that I had of a dragonfly, and the other person's idea, again, I'll put her name down in the comments. I'm sorry, I'm horrible with names, so, and I start to do a video and forget that, hey, I need to get this information before I start it. So anyway, I took the stencil with acrylic paints and did the dragonfly, and then I didn't quite like it that way, so and I heat set that because she showed a video with heat setting it to where it kind of bubbles up, and that's what gives it that little bubbled up effect that I have going on here. But it's still not the way I wanted it, so then I added my Zing embossing powder in clear and put it over the wings of the dragonfly. And I also took which I put, you know, the embossing powder, the clear embossing ink on top. I just put it on with my finger because I have like a little dabber thing, but I was too worried it wasn't going to be right with the wings. And it still kind of went over, and whenever it did that, once I put the embossing powder on it, I just took an ink pen and just kind of dusted it off, the parts I didn't want it on. So that's how it came out so well with that. And then of course I heat set it again to heat set the embossing powder. Then I still wasn't happy with it, so then I took did the same thing for the body of the dragonfly, and instead I used copper embossing powder for it. So,
Mama, it's almost time for dinner.
okay,
Not busy.
okay, just a minute. Alright, go. I'm doing a video, go.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm going out with it.
okay, go ahead. Sorry about that. My son always wants to come in when I'm doing a video. So that's that tag. And my next tag that I did is slightly different. I didn't get all sophisticated with it, but this is one that gave me more of an idea. So like this tag here that I started with was really plain at first because I just did like the glimmer mist and a little bit of the distressing on the ends, and that was it. Then when I messed with this tag here, I decided that I liked some of the techniques I did in this one that I wanted to add to the other. So okay, this one I did a little different. I actually took my plastic bag thing that I was using for the papers, which this is honestly just stuff, a package that was around some of my paper that I'd bought in the clearance section at Hobby Lobby. And I noticed because I accidentally heat set one of my papers on top of this, and I noticed that it was crinkling up when I did that. So what I did, what I thought would be cool, is doing the glimmer mist on top of that and see if it made it any different when I did that. So I took the glimmer mist, sprayed it, and on this one I used Peach Delight glimmer mist and Candy Apple Red glimmer mist, and I also used not Black Magic, I used Silver Sugar. Okay, and then just kind of twisted it around with this bag, and it gave me this effect, but I put a few things on top of it. It actually could have been left alone with the way that it ended up with just doing the twisting action with it, which I did notice that with my other one it was more of a full coverage type of thing, but whenever I did it with the crinkled up plastic from the heating tool, that it made it more of like a kind of more of a paint splatter on your page. So I thought that was kind of cool. But again, I'm somebody that doesn't know when to stop, so now it looks like this. I took the distresser tool, distressed the edges, of course, again, like I did the other one, except on this I inked it up with the Vintage Photo instead of the tea dye. I actually think I said Vintage Photo on the other one. The other one I used tea dye, not Vintage Photo. This one I used Vintage Photo on, and when I sprayed the Candy Apple Red, it was darker than I thought it was gonna be, so then I didn't like it, so that's why I've added more things. And in the process, my orange, my Peach Delight, ends up looking brown now. So it was interesting how that came about, but it was all good. I took the faded jeans, and the parts that were left white, I put the faded jeans on with a stencil brush, and then of course I put the faded jeans ink pad to this to do the little squares and the little, you know, the dark blue is what you see there for that. So that's how I did that. And then I took some of the tea dye around the edges of this, not the actual edge, but around this part in here, you know, just along the edge there, to make it just give more of a brownish faded look. And then I took the Silver Sugar and sprayed it all on top to make it glittery. Of course you can't see that from the video, but it does have a glittery look to it. And one thing I noticed is that this is a lot harder of paper now than the first one that I made, because of all the heat setting that I've done, and it was more ink than it was the glimmer mist on this one, whereas the other one was more glimmer mist than it was ink. So those are two different things that I did today. Again, I'm not sure if they're going to end up being tags or if they're going to be photo mats. Whoa, okay, you don't need to see my ugly belly, but anyway, I'm using my son's or not my son. My son went to Scotland, of course, y'all know that. and he took my memory cards with him, so I'm having to use my webcam on my computer, and I don't like it. So not only that, everything is slow on it, so, or either that or it's really, really fast. I can't remember which on this. I think this is the one where it goes super slow, so I kind of watched it as I recorded this to kind of keep up with what's going on in the video. So if it's out of sync, I'm sorry. This is just what I'm having to deal with for 3 weeks while he's in Scotland, Ireland, Wales, and England. And then he'll be back and return my cards to me once I get all of his pictures off, that is. But anyway, that's what I tried. Feel free to watch their videos and get inspired and take what you like off of the videos and everything. And that's just what I tried this time, and I thought it was pretty cool. I'm kind of happy how those two things turned out. Not exactly how I thought they were going to turn out in the beginning, but they turned out to be really pretty in the end. So I will talk to you